Hello, everybody. My name is Arcielo Letijo, and I'm here to explain to you what is phenomenon based learning as a process innovation. And I'm hoping that at the end of this session is we would be able to decide whether or not we are going to adopt the phenomenon based learning as a method into our curriculum. But first of all, I would like to share to you this statement from an author, Rogers, and he said that recognizing a problem or a need is the first step in the innovation development process. I share this to you because it is important that we know what the existing issues are in our platform and on how we're going to address and develop solution to these issues. Um, the problem that I'm referring to is the um, disengagement of students in the virtual learning environment. According to a study in 2017, it stated that online teachers face a big challenge in how to establish student interaction in the virtual learning environment. This study supported also the findings of Lawrence and Harnett in 2015 when they stated that online teachers um, experience low student engagement in an online learning, and this was due to students' lack of engagement in certain learning activities. As a science teacher myself, I would say that engagement is very important in learning a science concept. To develop that critical thinking skills, the engagement in terms of students' discussion or students discussing among themselves can help them um, hone their scientific skills. I would like to add this data coming from a study in 2022 conducted by Hollister and his colleagues. And in this study, it shows a number of students who are disengaged and totally lacked of enthusiasm to interact during their online lessons. And the figure here is concerning because it shows 72% of the respondents stated that they are always disengaged during lectures, and 64% stated that they are always lack of peer interaction during their online lessons. I have the reason to believe that phenomenon based learning as a method will answer this, this problem and eventually will be a solution to the issue of disengagement, whether in virtual learning platform or in an online, in a face-to-face learning environment. So why phenomenon-based learning? And how can phenomenon-based learning method address the issue of disengagement in the class? I'd like to say, and you know, echo this study um, that students are engaged in learning through the use of the real world phenomena that can spark their curiosity. And that is the main idea of phenomenon based teaching. It is understanding and studying the phenomenon that will start students to ask questions and posing a problem. Um, it will hook students into the lesson, and its main purpose is to integrate different disciplinary knowledge effectively so students can see connections between the concept that they're learning in class and also um, what they are learning in the real world. To add to this idea, is that phenomenon-based teaching is learner-centered. That teachers will serve, or the primary role of the classroom teacher is only the facilitator of the teaching and learning process. Why is that? It's because the learners are active creators and actors during the lesson. Phenomenon-based learning will drive the instruction that helps students engage in practices to develop the knowledge necessary to explain or predict the phenomena. Let me share to you a a method that I use in class, in science class in particular. When I showed this picture to introduce the concept of buoyancy, the students here are made to analyze as to the reason why the balloon stays up in the air. So in phenomenon-based teaching, understanding and studying the phenomenon starts from asking questions or posing a problem or posing problems like, why does a balloon stay up in the air? Anchoring learning and explaining phenomena supports students' willingness to learn the knowledge, and in this case is finding out the reasons why the balloon stays up in the air. And they will begin to investigate and draw out all possible factors that create this particular phenomenon. So, this is the reason why I believe that phenomenon-based learning as a method, as a process innovation, can address the issue of disengagement and passivity of students who are enrolled in the virtual schools. Let me share to you this video um, where the innovation started in the country Finland in 2014.
At the Hiidenkivi Comprehensive School in Helsinki, another day begins with Finnish language lessons. The kids are covering 3 topics over 3 hours: forming arguments and expressing ideas, working in a group, using shared documents to enhance learning.
From today, you should be able to turn news articles into something interesting that you can present to other people, and you can investigate what those articles are about and learn something new.
The pupils chose newspaper articles on archaeology, sport and refugees as their themes or phenomena, and now they're working on specific topics. The emphasis shifts from reproducing facts to using facts.
We're writing things about refugees. We've read a lot, but we also add some stuff.
Thinking skills, ICT skills, skills for working life, skills to survive in multicultural contexts. These are the priorities of the new Finnish National Core Curricula. The OECD call these changes the most outstanding education reforms on an international level.
The world around us is changing, and I think that all these changes have impact on students' learning and living environment. So we have to think what kind of skills our youngsters will need in the future.
The approach has been used in Finnish primary schools and is now being applied to older students. Schools will choose the phenomena, which they can explore through traditional subjects. An education expert at Helsinki University explains the idea of phenomena connecting music and geometry.
We kind of still use subject orientation, and we take care of the knowledge base of let's say, mathematics. But at the same time, we want to find different orientations that we can use in a nice balance between this subject orientation.
Jatkuu Daniel kokee, että hän haluaa nyt tulla mukaan.
Mun mielestä ainakin nuo arkeologiset löydöt tosi mielenkiintoisia. Niin se on huone.
But we don't have an infinite number of houses for the refugees. We'll run out of places.
Eikö voi tehdä turvapaikkoja sellaisia? Ei tarvitse olla mitään linjoja, mutta sellaisia pieniä asuntoja, missä
Will other countries follow Finland? Petteri Elo will spend the next 3 months in the US explaining the Finnish curricular reforms to teachers and administrators there.
If the standardized tests are very, fact-based testing, then I would guess that, the phenomenon-based learning approach might not fit that system.
The new approach is still evolving and there are challenges ahead, such as finding the best way to assess students, but the new curricula is expected to be rolled out across Finland in 2016.
So, the adoption of the phenomenon-based learning in Finland is being integrated into the national core curriculum for basic education and has kept its growth in the past 6 years. And many schools in the country and around the world have adopted the phenomenon-based learning into their curriculum. I have a reason to believe that, in my case, being a science teacher, the integration of phenomenon-based learning into the science curriculum will drive the students or the instruction that we give to our students. And that helps students engage in the practices to develop the knowledge necessary, particularly in the prediction of certain phenomena. So, this is what we know so far. That engagement is vital in teaching and learning, whether it is a face-to-face environment or in a virtual environment. The engagement strategies is crucial, and that it should include learner-to-learner engagement, or learner-to-instructor engagement, or learner-to-content engagement. To conclude this session, I would like to leave you this concept, and hopefully you are going to contemplate on how phenomenon-based learning as a method is going to be beneficial to increase engagement, or to realize that engagement that we want in the virtual learning environment, to actually make it work and to actually make it affect the learning process of our students. So first, we know that phenomenon-based learning as a method will explore and create, or it allows students to explore and create explanations of a selected phenomenon. It can drive their natural curiosity about the phenomenon, and most of all, it will allow students to formulate questions that will drive and help them develop that connection and engagement to the lesson itself. Thank you very much for following and paying attention to the details about this process innovation that we call phenomenon based teaching. And if you have any question or if you have any inquiry, you can send an email. I'm going to attach my email in this video, and I will respond to your questions and inquiry as prompt and as soon as I can.